Trust me when I say you're exactly where you're supposed to be in your journey in this very moment. You're not late, you're not early, you're exactly where you're meant to be, and everything is going to work out just like it's supposed to. What is up, everyone? I hope you're doing well. If you don't know me, my name is Ishaan, and welcome to the video. Just about maybe like 24 hours ago, slightly less, I was in this very spot recording a video, and I spent maybe like 20 minutes. I did a take for 12 minutes, then realized that that's not the point that I wanted to drive, so started re-recording, which is unusual. Then came to the conclusion that I was forcing it, things just were not flowing. So I decided to just not record the video, and then I was like, I'll wait. I'll worry about it when I have things to talk about. Like the reasoning behind recording the video yesterday was because I was like, oh, my family's here. I want to spend more time with them. I also have school stuff that I want to do this week. So if I record the videos today, then I won't have to worry about them throughout the week. And this is the thing that I get afraid of. In the past, this is the mindset that made me fall off from YouTube in 2022. For almost a full year, when I started in June 2021, I stuck to posting 2 videos a week for almost a full year. Like no days, no weeks missed at all. And it's because I stayed very disciplined. I was setting up systems that worked really well for me, which required some sacrifices here and there, but that was something I wanted to work towards. But when I start feeling forced, that's when I'm like, that's not, perhaps I need to think about whether I should be recording that video or not, because the point is not to make videos to post. The point is to make videos to process my things and document my journey. And of course, there are times when the journey is slower, so there's not as much progress or there's not as much growth, right? And if you're in that phase, like, you can't force content. Like, yeah, you can force it. You can come up with like 10 different ideas, schedule them for the future. Like, sure, you can do that. That's not how I want to do this, though. That's not the point of me recording videos, talking things out. And I'm so glad, like, right now in this very moment, like, looking back, I'm kind of happy with myself that I was just like, fuck it, like, it's not flowing, so I'm not gonna record the video, and just let it come naturally when it happens this week, because it's less than 24 hours later and I'm here recording a video talking about stuff that I want to talk about, and it's flowing through me. I have no notebooks, no nothing, like, it's just flowing through me. Though I have this one small text that I texted to myself, so it's the same thing, because I wanted to quickly write down a couple of things that happened earlier today that I want to talk about now. The intro that you heard, you're exactly where you're meant to be, and everything happens in its own divine timing is so powerful, and sometimes I really forget that. But I was reminded of it so naturally, and it happened at a moment that I really, really needed it, that I just couldn't smile, laugh, and just walk around like that was so much fun. What happened was, earlier today, I've just been feeling a little off. Like, I've been feeling a little weird, because I'm like, oh, I have everything that I need to be happy. I have everything that I need to be grateful. I have everything I need to feel joy, but I'm still feeling something else inside. Like, I'm not feeling good. And this is weird to say on camera. And this is also hard to admit, because my mom and my sister are here, and I haven't even shared this with them. Which is a little crazy when I say that out loud. But that is something that got me spiraling in my head earlier in the morning. But usually in the morning times, I can handle these thoughts better because I'm just like, you know, you can. I just talk to myself in my head and I'm like, you can come up with as many thoughts as you want, but this is scheduled time for work. So what we're gonna do is focus on this work instead. And if these thoughts come by later, then we'll worry about it then. And a lot of the times, some of the thoughts that I think are like so important that I need to think about them at that moment, they don't even come up again. And that's the like what the fuck, bro. So if you have scheduled time for work and stuff, then you can like have that conversation, negotiation with yourself that if there's things that are coming up in your mind, I'm gonna place this for later. This is very similar to scheduling time for your thinking or for your overthinking, which is also something I've done before because it's extremely helpful to have an allotment of time to do that specific activity versus just doing it all the fucking day. This is very side tangent from what I wanted to talk about. So quickly going back, what happened was then I was feeling all these things, right? And then I finished my work at home, and then I'm going to my class, which is around at 4:30. So 4ish, I start driving, and even in that moment, I'm feeling like so weird. I'm feeling so off. Like, why am I feeling this way? Blah blah blah. I have everything I need to be grateful. I have everything I need to be happy. Blah blah blah. Then why am I not happy? And all of these thoughts are spiraling in my mind, and then I get to the parking lot at my school, and I park in this one spot, but the car's a little weird and I feel off. So I'm like, and I stay there for a minute, but then I'm like, I'm gonna park somewhere else. So I pull out, just literally like a few spots away. I park there, and in 2 minutes, for like literally exactly 2 minutes, I'm on my phone. I'm replying to a text, and I turn my head to start getting out of my car. Turned out that the car I was parked next to was one of my friend's car, and he was just about to get in his car. And then I dapped him up. We're like, yo, what's good? What's happening? Like, what's going on? He's telling me he just got out of class. I'm like, yo, I'm about to hop in my class, and he's like, yo, what 4:30 class? And it was just and this is someone that I genuinely actually like. I consider this guy a friend. Like, we've hung out a few times, we get along great, good conversations, and I I just could not get myself to stop laughing and smiling in that moment because in my head I was like, so much had to go right for me to run into him at this particular time in this particular parking lot, because I could have parked some of my other spots that I usually go to. I could have gotten there 3 minutes earlier and I wouldn't have ran into this guy. If I stayed at the other parking spot that I parked in, I wouldn't have seen this guy. Like, there's so much that had to go right for me to run into him that in that moment, all of the thoughts in my head, just like that, gone, because I was reminded all of a sudden that if I hadn't gone through the day that I did, I wouldn't have gotten to see him and just be there in that moment. That I was like, okay, everything that I went through or everything that like I have going on, it makes sense. Like, I'm supposed to go through this. And then that started to get me thinking more on how even when you're living from a place of joy, gratitude, and abundance, which for the most part, like I really do embody that. And yet there are days, there are hours, there are sometimes even a couple of weeks where I don't fully live in that way. But that doesn't mean that I don't embody this on most days, right? And the thing is that this is also necessary. Like, you need the balance of both. You need the balance of living in that joy, gratitude, and abundant state, but then also be able to be comfortable in feeling like you're spiraling down. Or if you have negative emotions that are coming up, or negative thoughts or negative feelings, like, it's okay that that is happening. Let yourself feel it. You don't have to be like, oh, why am I sad? Like, I have everything to be happy and grateful for. Like, those were the thoughts in my head. But I think that's a little, I think I need to reframe my mindset in those moments to just be, I'm feeling this way and that's okay. But I have so much to be grateful for, and I'm grateful for that. And simultaneously, I can feel the negative emotions and feelings, and that's okay. But my actions, what I put out in this world, because all of this is within me, all of this is within here and like inside. But if I want to translate something into the real world, that's going to be through my words and through my actions. And if I choose to act out and use my words from a place of joy, abundance, and gratitude, while still feeling like I'm spiraling in my mind at times, that's kind of powerful. And I think that's really the key, is to let yourself feel all the emotions that you have, but act out of a place of love, act out of abundance, act out of gratitude. And now that I've said this out loud, I'm realizing that the past 2 or 3 days, excuse me, my actions and words, some of them have not been in alignment with joy, gratitude, and abundance. Like, they've come from a place of lack, they've come from a place of judgment, even, which is crazy because I know and I understand that anytime I judge someone else, I'm judging myself. like, oh, that's crazy. I genuinely love and simultaneously don't like the fact that I come to these realizations by talking out loud, and then I'm like, damn, like I really went about my past few days like that. But it's powerful at the same time that I can do this, that I can come to these conclusions and be able to converse about them so comfortably, not having to filter myself, and just real talk, just real talk. I'm gonna quickly read the. So this is what I wrote in my text, just so you, just in case you want to know. Synchronicity of running into my friend. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. Up until then, I spent the day questioning and spiraling down in my head about millions of different things. Even living in joy plus gratitude, it doesn't mean you'll have the creative energy every single day. Absolutely not. There will be days where you feel weird, down, etc. And that's part of the human experience too. But that one synchronicity, dude, completely transformed my outlook on the day. And in that moment, I was just so grateful for the reminder from the universe that you're good. You're taken care of. Just keep going. Like, take a breath, relax, let yourself feel the things. Go to your class. Be present in your class. If you're not interested, do your own thing on your laptop or whatever. But realize that you don't have to, just because you have negative thoughts and feelings or emotions arising within your body, that doesn't mean that you have to continue to pay attention to them and derive your words and actions from that place. Like, that's where we get the choice. We can choose to not translate that into the outside world. And I don't think that there's anything. One of the devil's advocate in my head right now is like, oh, but like, does that mean that you're storing down your feelings and not expressing things that are hard? Not at all. Not at all. Because that's exactly what I'm doing right now. Like, I'm expressing myself. And that's what you can do. And in this process of expression, you start to realize and remind yourself that this is not who you truly are. This is not how you usually live. And this is just a part of your life and experience as well. So just cherish that as well and enjoy it, because there's a balance in life. You need to have the good and bad. You need to have the positive and negative. If you don't have both, the other one loses its meaning entirely. I love the dichotomy and duality of life. It's such a theme that I see everywhere now. Like everywhere I see, I'm like, yeah, there's another side to this. I'm like, yeah, there's also another side to this. It's so deeply fascinating and intriguing to me. But oh my god, we're 15 minutes in of this yap session. So if you made it this far into it, I genuinely appreciate you tuning in. I hope you got something out of the video. I hope you were reminded that it's okay for you to have any kinds of emotions that arise in your body, but realize that you get to choose whether you're going to act out of those emotions or the ones that you want more of. So think on that. Apart from that, I don't think I have anything else. So I will catch you in the next one.